Europe has beauty everywhere, but Lauterbrunnen and Wengen is arguably two of the most beautiful and breathtaking places you will find on this continent.
The only way to get to Wengen is by train, because this is a totally car-free town. We parked our car down in Lauterbrunnen in a parking house that costs 14 euros per day, and the train here costs 6 euros each way per person. And it's super simple to get here. It's only taking 12 minutes. You're sitting in this beautiful train, have amazing panorama views all over the mountains. So when you get to Lauterbrunnen, you can either choose to stay in that town or take the train, as we did, to Wengen and stay here. We picked, I think, medium-priced hotel. We paid 300 euros for one night, and there's both more expensive hotels and there's cheaper hotels. But see what you get for the money. This is what 300 euros get you.
They are located right next to each other and both offer something different and yet fairly similar.
Everything you hear about Switzerland is probably true, and especially that it is super expensive to travel in Switzerland, mainly because of the high expenses to hotels and food. In high season, you can expect to pay at least 300 euros per night for a hotel.
There are some lodging for hikers, but there are some requirements you have to live up to be able to stay in those. One thing you have to pack before traveling to Lauterbrunnen and Wengen is hiking shoes, definitely. Or at least stable running shoes, as we use. Because we want to go for a hike every single day.
It's just so beautiful.
It is.
You want to get out there, even if it's raining or snow.
Yeah.
Probably not snow.
Take care of your feet too.
Yeah.
There are plenty of hiking routes here from Wengen, and then of course you can also quite easily reach the top of Europe, the Jungfraujoch itself. But do yourself a favor and bring more warm clothes than we did, because it's quite freezing, especially in the morning. Wengen is the perfect place to experience beautiful mountain views, and we think it is more peaceful to stay up here than in Lauterbrunnen. Wengen is also the perfect place to explore more of the Jungfrau region.
And regarding food, we ate out one night in Wengen and we went for cheese fondue. And we paid 120 euros for 2 fondues and 2 glasses of wine. It tastes great, but to be honest, it is still just melted cheese and some semi-dry bread.
But I think it was so much worth the experience. You have to try a cheese fondue, or at least just a fondue, when in Switzerland.
It's authentic and it's the real Switzerland experience to do so.
Yes.
And
it was so cozy.
Yeah, I think we went in September, is that right? But if you go through July or maybe June, I will advise you to book in advance, but it is super popular to eat out and eat cheese fondue in Switzerland.
After a few days in Wengen with overpriced cheese fondue and breathtaking landscapes at least, we went back to Lauterbrunnen by train to see what the hype was all about. Did you like it?
Yeah, I love it, and wow, it's just wow, because when you arrive at the train station, you will know what it's really all about. It is just something really good.
Yeah.
And by the way, we post every single week, and we would love to have you as a part of our community. So if you like what we do, then subscribe to the channel.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Lauterbrunnen was on our top of our bucket list here in Switzerland. And that is due to the fact that it has more than 70 waterfalls, and especially one grabbed our attention. And look at the surroundings. This is probably not the worst place to be buried, if I have to be honest.
Kasper, let's get to the top of the waterfall.
And I can honestly say that we have to go back this summer because it was so incredible.
No matter where you go or where you drive to in Switzerland, it is super beautiful, especially here in Lauterbrunnen. We found this road that's leading all the way up to the mountains. We try to take some photos of Sille. Hopefully no cars is gonna pass the next 10 seconds. Let's try, Sille. I think we made it.
So, to answer the question, is it worth going to Lauterbrunnen and Wengen? 1000% yes. The landscapes are incredible, and that is for most people the sole reason to come here. But Switzerland is also a super safe country to travel in, but it is expensive. 300 euros each day for a hotel, and then there's the food, which is more or less 200 euros per day as well. 500 euros each day.
Yeah, at least 300 euros for the hotel. We went for a good hotel, but pretty standard. You can have some more expensive. So.
But as you saw in the video, wherever you book, you get incredible views, and That's more or less what it's all about, the views and the landscapes, right?
The mountains.
Yeah. And we want to go back here again this summer, but this time we want to buy a tent and install it on the back of our Tesla. So we can sleep great on camping lots and save a lot of money, I think.
And
yeah,
be in the nature all day long.
Be in the nature all day long. And I think it's gonna cost you probably 50 euros or something to stay on a camping lot each day. So that's a lot of money saved on the next trip you wanna go or experiences in Switzerland. Because as told you, it is expensive to stay here.
Super expensive.
For us, it's never about the hotel. It's always about the nature and the general experience in the country, like hikes, cultural sites, yeah, and the people in the countries. Talking to them and hear their stories.
Yeah, exactly. And the sound in Lauterbrunnen are very beautiful too. There are so many beautiful waterfalls, and you can walk for 20 minutes and you will just pass a lot of beautiful waterfalls.
Yeah, and the constant.
Yes.
Not in an annoying way, but in a good way. You feel like you're part of something big, because it's so magnificent and so powerful.
Yeah, and the cows too.
Your family, you mean?
Yeah, my Oh my god.
And that is more or less it for our short insight into what Lauterbrunnen and Wengen can offer you, the travelers of the world. You are always very welcome to ask us any question you might have, and we will do our best to answer all of them as good as we can.
And I think it's time to round off this video. Oh yes, it is. Until next time, safe travels!